Welcome back to the classification of periodic table. In the last class we have discussed about Moseley modern periodic table. In that class I have discussed about the valence electron. In this class we are going to learn about the atomic size, how this atomic size and electropositivity and electronegativity they are contributing for the construction of a periodic table we have to learn now. What do you mean by the term atomic size? The term atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. So in this picture you can easily observe. So atomic size is nothing but they are telling the radius. This is nothing but we all know it is radius. So the distance between the center of a nucleus and the electrons of a outermost shell. The distance between the center of a nucleus. This is nucleus, we all know, isn't it? Where we are going to have proton and even neutron, and these are nothing but electrons. So the distance between the center of a nucleus and to that of a outermost shell, we are going to call it as which one? That is atomic size. We are going to call it as which one? That is atomic size. How this atomic size is going to increase in a period or even group, we are going to learn now. The distance between the center of an atom and its outermost shell is taken as which one? They are telling atomic size. Students, have you observed here? You can see the picture, that is, you can see that is, as you go on, what happened here? You can see the size of the atom are decreasing, but as you go down the group, what happened? You can see the size of atom is increasing little, isn't it? So we have to see that is how the atomic size decreases and even atomic size increases. The first one, the atomic size of an atom decreases as we move from left to right along the period. So we have to see that is how it is going to decrease. Just you shall take an example as which one? That is lithium. Lithium atomic number is what? That is 3. So I will be writing 1s2, 2s2, sorry here 1s2 and 2s1. So the atomic number is 3. So you will be having in the outermost shell how many electrons? Only 3 electrons. And barium, if I take, what happens? Atomic number 4. So I will be writing 1s2 and that is 2s2 we will be having. So to that same shell, what happened? You can see one more electron has been added. And even if I take another one, that is boron, if I take, what happens? You will be having 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1. The next, if you take 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. You can see as you go, that is along a period, thereby you can see no new shell has been added here. No new shell has been added. Only to that same shell the new number of electrons has been added. So thereby what happens? The size of the atoms, what happens, will be decreases. But when you go down a group, what happens? The atomic size increases, because hereby if you take lithium 1s2 and 2s1, then sodium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Students, observe the last one and this one. See here, you can see in the first one, lithium, you will be having that is 1s2 and another shell, only 2 shells. But in the next one, you are having that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. So here you can see that is number of shells has been added, whereas this now adding number of shells we did not see in which one? That is the earlier as we go along the period. So thereby the electrostatic force of attraction can be observed only when you go from left to right along a period, but the electrostatic force of attraction to the center, thereby what happens, will not be there when you go along a group. Thus when you go from top to bottom, the size of an atom, what happens, increases, but when you go from left to right, you can see that is atomic size decreases. So this will be the frequently asked question. They will be asking the size of an atom decreases as we move from left to right, because there is an electrostatic force of attraction between the atoms, that is from center to the outermost shell. but whereas in the next one, that is size increases down a group, thereby because the more number of shells are added and weak electrostatic force of attraction can be seen. So the next thing we have to go for which one, that is metals, non-metals and even metalloids. Students, you can see that is the color changes. So the elements which has been colored from red, they are going to call it as which one, metals, and the blue color they named as which one, metalloids, and the zigzag elements which are present here, we are going to call it as which one, that is metalloids. The boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony and tellurium and even polonium. These number of elements are called as which one, that is metalloids. Why the name has been given as metalloids? Because these are the elements, they does not have the quality of metal nor the quality of a non-metal. Since they are going to possess the same qualities of metal and non-metal, they are called as which one, that is metalloids. So you can say that is even along with the metals and non-metals, we will be having which one, that is metalloids. Keep it in mind that is examples for the metalloids will be asked for the exam. So these examples you have to write. Next we have to move on to the another topic, that is electropositivity and even electronegativity. What do you mean by electropositivity and electronegativity? So electropositivity is nothing but if an atom which donates electron are called as which one, electropositivity. If an atom which receives electron, then they are going to call it as which one, electronegativity. We should take one example here, that is sodium chloride. So sodium, as I told, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. So next I will be writing chlorine. That is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p5. So observe these electronic configuration. For the sodium, to complete its electronic configuration in its outermost shell, still it requires how many number of electron? One more electron. That is for the complete completion of the outermost electron in the sodium, it requires one more electron. At the similar way, even chlorine is also having how many number of electrons? 5 number of electrons in its outermost shell. Even for it also to complete it requires how many number of electrons? 1. We all know that is what happens. So the number of 5 electrons cannot be donated to which one, that is sodium. Instead of that, since in a sodium, thereby what happens, it is having only 1 electron in its outermost shell, it can easily give that electron to chlorine and can become that is stable. Whenever this sodium donates 1 electron, means in its outermost shell what happens, you can see a complete completion of electron or a completely filled electron you can see. At the similar way, even in this one, you can see chlorine, if it receives 1 electron, means it becomes how many, that is 6. If it becomes 6, means even 3s2 and you will be having that is 3p6. Thus, so what happened, you can see this sharing of electron or donating of or receiving electrons will be taking place. So sodium, since it donates electron, they are going to call it as which one, electropositivity. And chlorine, since it receives electron, they are called as which one, that is electronegativity. So now we have understood, if any element which donate electron, means we are going to call it as electropositivity, or if any elements which receives electron, then we are going to call it as electronegativity. You might have seen that is Na plus and Cl minus. So plus indicates donation and minus indicates that is receiving. So this is what, nothing but electropositivity and even electronegativity. So the next last thing we are having, it is nothing but just a chart. So from this chart you can easily understand that is what happens when we go from left to right or from right to left. See here you can see atomic radius, what happens, or the center, what happens, the center of a nucleus to the outermost shell, what happens here, that is even you can see non-metallic character. So this is S block elements and this is P block elements, we all know. So from here to here what happens, non-metals character increases. At the same way, from here to here, metallic character what happens, increases. Electron here to here what happens? The number of electrons which starts to donate or receives are all shown by this number of charge. And the last word here we are having ionization energy. This is not so important, but even though I will be telling, ionization energy is nothing but the energy required for an atom to remove the electrons from its outermost shell. That is, if any number of electrons which is present in the outermost shell, if these number of electrons has to be removed, means the energy which the atom has to supply, that energy they will be calling it as which one? That is ionization energy. So ionization energy is nothing but the energy required to remove the electron from its outermost shell. So thus what happens, so far we have learned about, that is atomic size and even electron affinity, that is electropositivity and even electronegativity. Thank you.